What up, good people? Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Y'all come on in the room tonight. Holler at your boy. Let me know you're in the building. Brandy, good to see you on here tonight. Joining in from Higher Calling Rehearsal. Tell all my other Lemonhead family I said, what up? Mama is on the line tonight. Best friend, I see you on the line tonight. Felicia, thank you for sharing. All right, listen, it is Monday, May the 1st, 2023. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. It's a brand new month. So brand new month, brand new week, brand new day, brand new mercies, all that good stuff. I Tribbit. He makes all things new. Thank y'all for being here tonight. This is Breaking Bread with the Bishop right here on We Praise Radio. Listen, I got an amazing guest that's going to be on with us tonight. Pastor Keith Jones, who is the pastor of the Life Restoration Church right here in the great city of Indianapolis. He's actually going to be coming on at 8:30, and so we're going to give him a few minutes to take care of some things before he jumps on. So we just going to have some good church until he gets here. We just going to be playing some new music. I got some brand new music, got some new artists that have been sending stuff in, and so it's just going to be a really, really, really great night. A really, really great night. Are y'all ready for some new music? Are y'all ready for some new music? Listen, how about Darius Darling tonight? Glory to God right here on Breaking Bread with Bishop on We Praise Radio.
Come on and stand to your feet tonight as we've come to give our God some praise. We came to give him all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. We're thankful unto him and we'll bless his name. Come on, let's sing. Glory to God, glory to God, glory to glory to glory to God. Sing.
Glory to God, glory to God. Glory to God.
Glory to God, glory to God, glory to glory to glory to God. Sing.
Glory to God, glory to God.
Glory to God, glory to God, glory to glory to glory to God. Sing.
Glory to God, glory to
We came to give him all the glory.
glory to God.
We give the highest praises to you. Glory to glory to glory to God. Sing.
We give the highest praises to you. Glory to glory to glory.
Sing it up one more time. Glory to God, glory to God, glory to glory to glory to God. Yeah.
Glory to God, glory to God.
I got one
Luke the
more.
Gun, my brother's on the line tonight. God bless you, man. Good to see you.
Glory and honor, wisdom and power. Glory to glory to glory to God. Sing.
Glory and honor, wisdom and power. Glory
Come on,
to
let's take it over here. Everybody, come on. Sing glory,
glory,
glory, glory, glory. God to God. Come on, sing glory, 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 glory. God to God. Come on, lift up
Yeah, brand new music right here. Darius Darling. That is called Glory to God right here on Breaking Bread with the Bishop on We Praise Radio. Listen, let's just keep this new thing going. Donald Ashley, it's your season right here. More brand new music for you. We Praise Radio, Breaking Bread with the Bishop. Dana, good to see you on here tonight.
Yeah. Come on, put your hands together.
If you haven't done so, please like and share. Please like and share. Let everybody on your timeline know we have a good person
Here we
tonight.
go. You've been waiting because of faith. Oh, you're so with joy. Everybody clap your hands.
Dana, can I have you on the show one night? Can I bring you on here? We can talk to the people about all the amazing preaching you've been doing.
It's your time.
Y'all, she's so amazing.
Listen, you've been waiting for a long time, but your time has finally arrived. You're so with joy. Everybody clap your hands. Oh, Lord, it's your season. Can I get a witness? It's your time. You've been praying and asking the Father how much
I
longer.
know what that means. That's fine. We'll talk later.
The trying of your faith makes us stronger. Asking the Father, oh, how much longer? Oh, the trying of your faith. Here we go. Everybody clap your hands. Oh, oh. It's your sin. Yes, it is. Hey, it's your time. Come on, put your hands on it. Here we go. Come on, clap, clap. Woo. Listen at this part right here. Listen. It's time. It's time. You've been waiting for a long time. It's your season. It's time. Yeah. Oh, it's time. It's your season. Yes, it is. You better get ready for your harvest. Come on, I said it's your season. You've been praying and you've been fasting for a long time. The wait is over. Hey, here we go. Oh, care us not what the day may bring. The God I serve is about to do a new thing. You've been weeping all through the night, but my God is gonna make it all right. It's your season. Yes, it is.
Shout out to my Tubies on YouTube. I see y'all up there.
Oh, it's your season. Tell the devil that it's your season. Oh, it's time. Where you at? Come and get it. Are you ready? Because it's ready for you. Oh, yeah. It's harvest time. It's your season. It's your season. Can I get a witness? Hey, it's your time.
Yeah, Donald Ashley, it's your season right here on Breaking Bread with the Bishop. We Praise Radio. New music. I like them too. We got some new starters starting us off strong tonight. Listen, let's go down 65 South to Memphis, Tennessee. Josh Bracey, Power Anointing. Y'all know how much I love these people. This is my joint right here. Blessed be the name right here on Breaking Bread with the Bishop. Reverend Dr. Kevin Paris, good to see you on here tonight, man.
Hey, put your hands together like this here. Hey, come on. Y'all not cooperating over here. Come on, come on. Put your hands together. Come on now. Hey, everybody in the balcony, hey, I love you all. Come on, let's do it. Blessed time. Of the Lord. Be the name of the Lord. From this time forth and forevermore.
Listen, you got a church choir. This will be a good one for your church choir to sing.
The name of the Lord. Come on, let's do that again. Come on. Blessed. Hey, of the Lord. Come on. And forevermore. Shall bless it. Hey. The name of the Lord. That is the part I like. It says, with everything within me, I will bless. Why? Because
Hey,
he's worthy to be
Uncle
praised.
Q is on the line tonight. Y'all say what up, Uncle Q. Clint Weaver. So listen, Uncle, I did get the new music, but it did say that I needed permission to open up the folder. So I sent you an email because it won't let me open up nothing. But I got the first email without the new music in it. So the last two that you sent yesterday, I can't open. So resend it to me so we can play some more new stuff.
Memphis, make some noise. Come on here. Come on, say, blessed be name of the Lord. Hey, the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Hey, the name of the Lord. Listen, he's holy. Yes, he is. We serve a holy God, and he's worthy to be praised. He's righteous. The name of the Lord. I said he's righteous. The name of the Lord. Blessed. Blessed.
Okay,
What's his name? Come on here. Come on and call him. If you love him, he woke you up early this morning.
just a good bop for you. Josh Bracey,
All
live
the way. Come on.
Power Anointed.
Blessed be the name of the Lord. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name. Hey, Jesus, he's my rock. He's my shield. He's my fortress. I love him.
Okay, let me make sure I can open it.
I bless him on the night. Somebody call him. Help me call him. Let's call in the name of Jesus. Let's call in the name of Jesus. When
Josh Bracy and Power Anointed. Blessed be the name right here on We Praise Radio, Breaking Bread with the Bishop. So listen, let's just slow it down real quick and take a quick pause for the cause. It is Monday, May the 1st. We are in a brand new month. I'm so excited to be in a brand new month. I don't know if y'all watched the show last week. If y'all missed it, I do have a special announcement. So I do have another guest that was supposed to be here tonight, but it's my bad because I double booked myself. So let me give a huge shout out and a public apology to my brother Darnell Williams from the Williams Singers. However, we did just reschedule. So Quartet Night, I know some of y'all been waiting on it. I definitely been waiting on it. Quartet Night is going down next Monday, May the 8th, 8 to 10, right here on Breaking Bread with the Bishop on We Praise Radio. We're going to be doing Quartet all night long. We're going to be driving all night long. And my brother Darnell Williams from the Williams Singers, stellar, nominated, amazing quartet group, my big bros, they will be on the show next week. And then in the month of May also, we are going to be doing a tribute night. If y'all watched the show during February, we had a night where we had tributes to Thomas Whitfield, Walter Hawkins, Edwin Hawkins, just a lot of our fallen heroes, Bishop Rance Allen. And I thought we would do the same this month. No special occasion, no reason, but just honoring some of our living legends. And so we are going to have a Hezekiah Walker night. We're going to have a John P. Key night. Last week, just by happenstance, we just so happened to have an EP night with Ernest Pugh, my big bro, my guy. And so we just want to have a night where we just honor some of our living legends in gospel music. It's too many to name. It's just, I know we can't do everybody, but I thought definitely having some of those nights. So if there's an artist that you want to see, if there's somebody that you want to see on the show, or even when we announce who we're going to have on the show, if you have any requests, definitely get those sent in to me. Drop them in the comments. But we just want to try to divvy it up a little bit, kind of keep the show fresh, keep the show, popping with different ideas. And so, this show isn't possible without you guys. And so since you guys are the ones who watch the show, I want to make sure that I'm bringing you fresh content, not just every week, but every month. So we're always going to have good church. We're always going to play good music. We're always going to have great guests, but we kind of want to make sure that we just, stay fresh with it. So that just kind of dropped in my spirit. So we definitely going to make it dope. I'm telling y'all right now, I can't wait till we do that John P. Key night. He just got so many hits. I don't even know where to start. But yeah, so y'all hang with me, y'all ride with me, and we gonna definitely make it dope. It's gonna be great. Ramon Perry, Shot Town, is in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you on here tonight. Thanks so much for joining us and tuning in. Uncle Q just sent some more brand new music for me, and so we definitely are gonna be playing more new music for you. I actually do have a thing that I want to do called New Music Mondays, where every single Monday we have nothing but new music. So all independent artists, all new music. If there's any national artists who have some new music out, we just want to take a day and just celebrate all new music. So at least one Monday out the month, we're going to try to do that. If you guys have any other ideas or suggestions, things you want to see, again, don't be afraid to reach out to me. Leave your suggestions in the comments, or even if you want to reach out to me later, always feel free to inbox me, because again, we want to make this show bigger and better, bigger and better, bigger and better. Speaking of bigger, how about some more new music for y'all? This is Bigger. JJ Harrison, my brother, my guy, featuring Travis Green and my big sister from Chicago, Illinois, the one and only Donisha Ballard. Y'all gonna love this one. Brand new music for you right here on We Praise Radio. Y'all hold on a second, I'll be right back.
Every promise, every word spoken, I believe every word you said. I receive all your promises. Oh my God, I won't be moved by what I see. I'll keep my eyes on what you show me. Bigger. Say bigger. Bigger. Now if you're not believing for nothing, just chill. But if you're believing for a promise from God, lift your hands and receive it. Come on, receive it. I believe every word you say. I receive all your promises. Man, I won't be moved by what I see. I'll keep my eyes on what you show me. Bigger. Woo. Every promise is bigger. I will stand. I will stand still and see what it will be. It will be bigger and better than ever before. It will be bigger and better than ever before. I believe. Every word you say. Woo. I receive. Oh yeah. All your promises. I won't be moved by what I see. I'll keep my eyes on what you show me. Bigger. I will stand still and see what it will be better. It will be bigger. Come on, sing it. It will be. You got it. One more time. It will be. Now, if you believe it's going to be bigger, open your mouth and give them a praise in here. We give you glory. We give you glory. We praise you for what you've done, but we also praise you for what you're going to do. If anybody has faith, can you let your faith rise up and praise? Hey, hey. Want to give him glory. Exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you could ask or think is gonna be more than that. Yes, sir. More than that. More than that. More than that. Exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you could ask or think is gonna be more than that. More than that. Yeah. More than that. More than that.
It's going to be more than that. He's got bigger plans for you.
You can ask on that. It's gonna be more than that. More than that. It's gonna be exceedingly, abundantly, above all. You can ask on that. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be more.
Whatever you asking for, he's ready to give you more than that. Exceedingly, abundantly, above all you could ever ask or think. Scripture, y'all. Listen, y'all need to get the full version of the song. It's like 13 minutes long. Donisha Ballard is driving that thing into the ground. Song is called Bigger by J.J. Harrison featuring Travis Green and Donisha Ballard, the one and only. She's so incredible. Listen, God can do exceeding and abundantly above all that we could ever ask or think according to the power that worketh within us. Listen, He's going to give you bigger. How many just want bigger? How many need bigger? How many of you are expecting bigger? Bigger in 2023. Listen, you serve a big God who's bigger than all of your little problems. All you got to do is give it to him and watch him work it out for your good. Listen, brand new music, Your Grace, Krista Rucker, right here on We Praise Radio.
I once was lost. I couldn't find my way,
Come on, Crystal.
but you came along and you showed me the way. Now that I'm free, I lift my hands in praise to thee, 'cause I never would have made it. Your grace protects me from the hands of the enemy. Your grace covered me when I was falling. It was your grace that was sufficient for me. Somebody said it was God's amazing grace. Oh Lord, and I never could have made it without grace. Oh, thank you for your grace. I wanna praise you for it, 'cause I realized that I never could have made it. Never could have made it. I never could have made it. I would be lost without your grace. Your grace. Yeah. Your grace. Thank you for your grace. Your unmerited favor. Thank you for your grace. Hallelujah. I never could have made it. No. No. I never could have made it without your grace. I'd be tossed to and fro. Oh Hallelujah.
Crystal Rucker right here on We Praise Radio. Breaking Bread with the Bishop. More brand new music for you right here. We Praise Radio. Listen, it's Monday, May the 1st. It's the first of the month. And y'all already know what time it is. It's time for some good church. We ain't had no good church all night. Are y'all ready for some good church? I said, are you ready for some good church? Listen, you can make it if you just hold on. The Bishop's Choir. More new music for you right here on We Praise Radio.
It's all right.
Go get your tambourine on this one.
Come on, come on.
Just a little churchy tune for you.
Oh, my brother. Oh, my sister. You can make it if you just hold on. Come on, choir. One more time. Come on, sis.
When the devil tries to steal your joy, hold on. The enemy tries to take your peace of mind, just grab hold to your faith and hold on. And know God will bring you out just. Oh, my brother and my sister, you.
Harmon Garrison, God bless you. Good to see you on here tonight. Listen, hold on. Bobby Lane Taylor. Good to see you on the line tonight. Pastor Orlando. My brother. Hold on, man of God. Bishop's Choir. You got to hold on right here on We Praise Radio, Breaking Bread with the Bishop. Listen, without further ado, let me introduce my guest tonight, my big bro,
What's
Pastor
up?
Elder,
What's
good
up?
Reverend
What's
Keith
up?
Jones. How you feeling, man?
What's up, bro? What's happening, man? What's
Man,
going down with you, man? Everything's
man,
well over here.
everything's well over there, man. Same here, man. Same here. I'm so glad to have you on the line tonight, man. It's been a little
Yeah,
minute.
man. It's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute, man. I've been catching you a couple of times, man, during the last couple of weeks, man, and you making it happen, bro.
I'm trying my best, man. Doing the best I can, man. I seen you supporting and I thought about it. I said, why not just have you on? Let's just catch up online.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So listen, if y'all don't know, this is Pastor Keith Jones, pastor of the Life Restoration Church right here in Indianapolis. Amazing church, amazing ministry. He's an amazing person, amazing preacher, all that good stuff. Still a musician. I know he
Yes.
don't play that much, but you know, you
Oh,
got the grassroots now. You got to know. So
come on.
So just
come on.
introduce yourselves to the people, man. Just kind of tell us about your ministry and all that good stuff.
Oh man, well listen, man. Homegrown right here in the city, the Circle City, Naptown. You know what it is. Raised up on the east side of the city, right there in the Arlington, Devonton area. So that's where, east side. You know, so I was
went to
over.
Arlington. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All 4
47
years.
Arlington.
Yes,
Yeah, all of that, man. Raised over there, had a wonderful time, man, of growing up in that area. Went to John Marshall High School, Patriots.
Yeah.
And then, just so I grew up in church, man. I was a church boy, man. You know, my home church, church I grew up in. Many of you know this, Universal Ministries Worldwide. I actually came up through Bishop at the time, Pastor William Melvin Payne, then Bishop Melvin Payne, then Apostle Melvin Payne. So I came up through him, and then ventured out, man. I was with Pastor Ramsey with New Life, left there. Then now God told me to start Life Restoration Church, man. So, you know, I have a wonderful family, my lovely wife. Hopefully she's watching. I'm not sure if she is or not, but Lady Carol Jones, a prophetess, a great woman of God that can preach a word. She can preach the house down. So she is with me in ministry. My son is with me in ministry. Kyler, he's with me in ministry. Chaz supports our ministry. Family, everybody. So we're right there on 49th and Kingsley, bro. So we're trying to make things happen, man. We're trying to make some things happen, bro.
Yeah, Kyler's actually on the line. What up, nephew?
There he is. There he is.
I see him on there.
Yeah, he's the
somebody
man.
said I got this Bruce Leroy Green. Listen, Pastor Jordan, don't start tonight, okay?
Oh.
Let us be great. You had your night. Let us have our night. So, 49th and Kingsley, man. How long have you been there? Because you know, I remember the very first service when I had a chance to be there at the first service.
Man.
Yeah, man.
First service. That's right, Josh. You was with us in the first service, man.
First service, man. Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah. So now you've been elevated and moved over to the east side on 49th. Y'all back in the city because y'all was out there for a minute.
We was way west, bro. Way west. We was on Zionsville Road for 3 years, and you know that was COVID. So COVID, man. COVID really messed us up a little bit, but we on the bounce back, man.
On the bounce back.
Yeah, so we've been over on Kingsley for about a year.
Okay.
About a year or so. And so we're just, you know, thanks be unto God with Capital City Seventh-day Adventist Church, man. They've been a great help to us. And so our next move, man, is going to be our own building. So that's what we striving for, man. We trying to do some things, amen, and trying to make some impact in the community, man. We definitely want to do prison ministry. We want to do a pop-up pantry. You know, I want to do a children's camp, man. There's a lot of things that we're trying to do and I plan to do here the next 2 or 3 years. So it's just a process, bro.
Absolutely. I know, man. I remember also being at the, what was it? Right there off of Illinois in the old funeral home.
The Unity Center.
I couldn't think of it.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah,
dude. But we had some church there, though.
We had good church.
We had some good church, man.
And listen, that's what we do here. We have nothing but good church right here on We Praise Radio. So listen, speaking of good church, I don't even know what to play next. It's so much, man. How about I give you this one? Because I was gonna save it later on for in the show, but you know, I'm gonna give you this one. Just you know.
Oh my God!
Listen.
Oh my God! I can't believe you did it.
I pulled it out, man. I had to
Oh
do
my
that.
God.
I had to do it.
You
Listen,
gotta turn it up, bro. You gotta turn that up.
listen. Turn this one up as loud as you possibly can.
Come on.
William Remsen and LPC. I
Oh,
look
they
for
don't,
real.
oh, this new generation don't know nothing about
They
that,
don't
bro.
know nothing about it, Doc. Listen, we gonna help them tonight.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. You know who was on the keys, right?
It sound like Lloyd.
Joe Logan.
Lloyd.
The Lloyd. That was him.
That's Joe Logan, y'all.
Woo. Now that was the band.
Oh yeah.
That was the band.
These are my heroes, man. Like literally.
Dude.
He'll probably be on here in a minute, man. I know he got rehearsal on Monday. Listen, come on, put your hands on it. Good church.
Listen, every concert they requested that. We had to sing it.
You already know, man. I was like front and center going crazy. Well, the last time I heard this song, I was playing it at the Easter party.
Oh,
They still keep this in the rotation.
they do?
Dude, we still do this
Wow.
to this day. Gary will pull this out in a heartbeat.
That's a tribute to Will,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
We did a Hezekiah move on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I kept modulating.
Long going. Oh, yeah. Up there.
Dude. Woo! Jesus. Wow. I did not know you was gonna play that.
What are you talking about? That's the whole point. Listen, I was gonna save it for later, but it was already just loaded up, man. And I was just like, let's just pull this out now. Let's just go.
Dude.
But I had to play it because, we kind of mentioned earlier, and I know we're going to talk more about pastoring and ministry, but, as preachers who are also musicians, man, just kind of talk about your experience because, of course, even before you got to LPC, growing up as a drummer and being a musician, how do you think that helps going from a musician to full-time ministry? How do you think that works hand in hand?
Well, honestly, going back to when I was playing, and Josh, you was little, man. I mean,
Man.
I learned from a lot of people.
Mhm.
And I think as a musician, that helped me to become the drummer and the percussionist that I was, because one, I was humble. Two, I gleaned. I had different musicians, had, keyboardists, Clarence Payne, Pat Foley,
Oh,
of
God.
Indianapolis, you know what I'm saying? Those
Mhm.
are great musicians, Rodney Bryant. I played with Rodney, CMC, CCMC. I played with him a couple times, I played with Robert Turner. I played with so many different people, man. Nettie Lester, Little Children of God. I did their album. I think I did 1 or 2 albums with them, and the thing of it is, man, everybody's different. And I think that's what musicians have to learn. Every person that you come under, their structure is different, their sound is different, their teaching is different, and their playing is different. So you have to adjust, you have to adapt to that. You can't come in and say, well, this is how I play. No, you are hired to play a certain style, a certain way. Robert Turner, he was old school. You wasn't gonna get contemporary. You wasn't gonna get that urban gospel out of it. You were gonna get traditional gospel, and there was a certain way that he wanted to play. Same thing with other musicians. Believe it or not, I played with Thomas Whitfield.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And before he became famous, and so you have to be able to learn each person that you play with. And then as a musician, as I adapted that, as a pastor, I'm getting my musicians to say, listen, this is the structure of how I know it should be played. So for me as a former musician, now as a pastor, I know what certain things should sound like. You know what I'm saying? I know, the 5-4-3, different, different hits and different things to that effect. So I know that versus other pastors that may not know that. So it's an advantage to me as a former musician to know, coming in and hiring musicians to know their capability, what they can or cannot do, and then have a level expectation. Because when I was a musician, there was expectations that were put on us. You know that, Josh, and I believe that's the reason why you are in the position that you are right now, being a producer, doing the things that you're doing, because there was a level of expectation. And as a former pastor, I have a former musician and a current pastor, I have a level of expectation. I know certain things I want to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out Helena Maston, who was on here. She said hello to both of my brothers.
Yes.
Your mama's on here tonight as well, Raymond Perry. But yeah, man, I think it's definitely important, because even myself, growing up as a musician and a drummer, like you said, you learn a lot from a lot of people. And I think that we have to look at it from the aspect of how you learn and glean even from other musicians to help better yourself as a musician. You also have to do that in church, especially in ministry. When you go from a musician to a preacher and then ultimately a pastor, you still have to remain humble. You still have to remain teachable. You still have to understand that, like you said, this is how I play. It's the same thing even as a preacher. This is just how I preach. And, I'm a hoop and holler every time. And it's like, no, you have to understand that every moment, every sermon that you preach may not be a hoop and holler sermon.
Exactly.
You have to understand there are going to be teachable moments. You have to understand that even if you are Baptist, how you might preach and approach a sermon in a Baptist church ain't the way you would do it at an apostolic church.
Exactly.
In a Kojic setting. So I think there are a lot of things that we miss a lot of times because we're so focused on one thing and not the other. And so I believe that music and ministry always go hand in hand. And that's why I'm always glad when I have other pastors who are former musicians or even still current musicians who understand the dichotomy between the two. So you go from one to the next, but you also have to have that same mentality as far as being teachable, being approachable, being disciplined, being humble, and more importantly, recognizing that both the music and the preaching, you have to honor God with that gift.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
every good and perfect gift comes from above. And so we have to realize that when God gives us gifts, it's not just so that we can be seen and heard, but so that we can always have an impact and be a blessing to those who see and hear us, whether it's on our instrument or in the pulpit.
You're so right. And the thing of and here's the key, and this happened Sunday. They did praise and worship, and then all of a sudden there was a worship that came in. I mean, you're talking about adapting. Okay, You're talking about adapting. This is where, as a pastor and a former musician, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm filling the room, so y'all have to follow me. And so what I did was, when I got up, there was a worship that began to come in, and my organist, he started going churchy. And I'm like, no, stay on the one and just flow with me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay. And I can see that he wasn't used to that.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, I'm used to going, let's church it up. And I was like, no, stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after church, he fist bumped me. He was like, Pastor, he said, thank you. He's because you guided me through that and let me know I just needed to stay right there in worship. And see, me being a former musician, I knew where to go with that. And I was able to lead the musicians to that. And I was like, okay, just stay there, just stay there, just stay there. And man, we was in worship for about 10, 15 minutes, just worship. And it made a difference, because if I would have allowed him to go churchy, it would have completely threw the atmosphere off completely.
Oh yeah.
And that's the advantage that I has as a former musician, because I kind of know how to go with that. And let me say this for the young generation: if you have a pastor that knows a flow with him. If you have a pastor that knows how to flow and know when to go churchy, or when the praise break, when it comes out, or when the worship needs to come out, that's when you learn. And that's what I did. I learned from that. I learned from different aspects of different musicians to know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. When the praise break should break and when the praise break should go off. So as a former musician, young musicians, those that are watching, you have to be able to adapt and be able to flow. Everything is not always going to be boom, boom, boom. It's not always going to be praise breaks. Everything is not going to be that. You have to learn just how to be able to adapt based on your circumstance and the position that you're in.
Absolutely. And I think it's important too, because I just seen him come on the line. You're talking about dope musicians and just people that you learn from. One of the baddest drummers in the country, David Taylor's on the line tonight.
That's my dude. That's my brother.
Man, that's big brother right there. So Dave Taylor, big shout out, man. You missed. We just played "Look to the Hills," man. So that's the drummer on that record. And so I had, and that's a good thing about me too, because I had people like a Dave Taylor, and I had you, and Jason Oddie, and just a lot of other guys that I looked up to in the city.
Jason Streeter, man. Jason
Streeter. Oh God, yeah, man.
Dwayne Jarrett, Damon Dillon.
Yeah, Damon Dillon, man. It's just so many. Dex, all these guys that I watched and emulated as I grew up. These are people that actually, showed me, not just by their words, but even by their example, who actually would take you and pull you to the side, because that was the time when, the OGs, especially nowadays, they would actually pull you to the side and talk to you. They would help you and they would speak to you and kind of tell you what you needed to do. Of course, if you could play and you were talented, they would cheer you on, but they always kind of gave me at least, some type of nugget, some type of gem that would help me in my current plan that I still even carry on now in my latter plan. Because I had that. And I think that's another thing that a lot of musicians miss now, is because they're just not teachable. You can't tell them nothing. You can't say nothing to them. As soon as you, like you said on Sunday, your musician could have easily taken that, hey man, just stay with me. Like, oh man, you trying to keep me in the box. You ain't trying to let me be me. You ain't trying to, and instead of doing that, he was humble enough to listen, and it really helped change the trajectory of the service. Exactly. And we have to be sensitive enough to the spirit to know, like you said, when that flow comes, but we also have to be sensitive enough to even hear God's voice through maybe even another musician, even as a mentor. Because there are plenty of times David would pull me to the side and be like, hey man, you're doing too much, or hey, you need to do this, or hey, you need to do that. Especially even like Joe. Like, I still to this day, man, me and Joe, we've been like best friends almost 30 years now. And, Joe tells me all the time, it's like, one thing about you is I saw something in you, but you always were hungry, not just to play, but to learn. And so that still, stays with me when he tells me stuff like that, because I'm just like, I'm glad that our relationship isn't just about the music.
Right.
He's also been able to mentor me and talk to me. And even in my personal life, there are days that even now as a grown man, I still have bad days. I have bad moments. And even off my instrument, I can still pick up the phone and call him and talk to him, and he can speak life into me. He'll pray for me, cover me, and make sure I'm good. And, I feel like that's a lost art now with, some of the generation that we have, and even guys my age.
Yeah.
You know,
And you said something very key. You said you wasn't eager to play, you were eager to learn.
absolutely.
We have a lot of people that are wanting to play but not willing to learn.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. If we take the moment, I had to learn. I learned a lot. There were times that I didn't play. Now, was I upset that I didn't? No, that's one other thing. You know what I'm saying? That's something totally different.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I was willing to sit for a moment, you know, and learn and say, okay, let me observe. Let me see what this is about.
Yeah.
You know, and then when the time, and here's the thing, most musicians that are out there, even down to where Josh is, Josh took the time to learn it, and then look where he is now. He is not just an organist, he is a producer. And so those that are watching at this moment, I encourage you, take the moment to observe, take the moment to learn. Your time will come. That opportunity will present itself. Trust me, it will.
Definitely.
It will present itself, but you just have to take the moment to learn. Don't always say, I need to be on the instrument. I need to be seen. Nope, it's not about that. It's not about that. Your time will come. Learn the best. Learn the old school hymns. Learn that. Learn the CMC. What is that? The new music. Yeah. Learn everything you can learn. And then when the opportunity, when that call comes, guess what? You're capable. You're more than capable of learning it. When I came up in school in music, I learned everything. I learned orchestra. I learned jazz band. I learned pep band. I did marching band. I did all of that. I did percussion. I played bells. I played timpani. I played glockenspiels. I played chimes. I played xylophones. I did all of it. Why? It's because when the time came for me to be able to have that opportunity, I was called upon because I learned it. Mm-hmm. And don't limit yourself. I played jazz. I played everything.
Yeah.
And I think as musicians, we always want church. No, I told my nephew, I said, listen, nephew, you got to expand your horizons. I said, because if a call comes and say, hey, man, I want you to play such and such, you have to be able to play that genre of music.
Yeah. In real time.
Yes, in real time. In real time.
You don't always get a chance to go home and figure it out later. You got to do it on the spot. So
you got to do it on the spot, man. And you got to be able to adapt quickly. Because guess what? If you can't do it, they will call somebody else to be able to fill that position real quick.
And listen, you will get what we like to call the tap. See, y'all don't know about the tap now. Y'all don't know what that's like in real time when they just come up to you. You be like, oh man. Listen, the Lord done brought us a long way. A long way. Listen, we just gonna go here. David Walker in high praise. Look where he brought me from right here on We Praise Radio, Breaking Bread.
Well, if God has been good to you, come on and put your hands together.
Listen, if y'all haven't done so, please like and share. Please like and share.
Come on, let's have some church tonight.
That's some good church right there.
Hold on, stop praising him. Come on and put your hands together.
Big facts, David. Big facts. Erica Harper, good evening.
Listen, you don't know how glad I am. You can't tell it, let me tell it. What do you do? You don't know. Get out of my way while I praise you. But this is a shouting hard. Hallelujah. God has done great things for you. He's made ways out of no way. He's opened doors for you. He's saved you. He's kept you. Come on and get glad about it. Come on, sopranos. Sing it, sopranos. Let me hear your household.
Chanel, so good to see you on here tonight. Somebody said this is so fitting for the former director of all directors. Listen, y'all don't know this man is a directing machine.
That was churchy right there, Doc.
Oh yeah, good church.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
You got to send me
David Walker in high praise. Yeah, man, I'm sending it to you.
Yeah, send that to me, man.
Listen, we like to have some good church on here every now and then.
Every now and then.
Every now and then. So listen, y'all, it's 9:09. We made it through the first hour of the show. And we are here with Elder Keith Jones, pastor of Life Restoration Church. So shameless plug by my nephew. He said, please go to the Facebook page. Check us out, Life Restoration Church. So listen, let's talk about the church. Let's talk about ministry. How long has the church actually been together? And how did you know that this is what God told you to do?
Well, we've been together, been doing this thing, man, and walking this path, man, for 9 years. We just celebrated 9 years just last month, man. And God is still with us. As far as the calling, God gave me the vision, man, years ago. It was probably close to about 15, 16 years ago, before, and it was right when I left Universal Ministries and I went and I joined New Life Worship Center. Of course, there I was with Pastor John Ramsey, and God just began to impart in me over the years, man, as I was under his tutelage and under his leadership. And he told me basically the premise of Life Restoration Church. And you know the story, Josh, between my wife and I. And, God restored us, man, to the point that, when we were literally at the brink and the point of the divorce, man, God brought our marriage back. And the foundation of the ministry, man, is based on restoration. If God was able to bring my wife and I back to a point of where we are now in our marriage and relationship now, trust me, we still got our hiccups and different things, but the thing of it is that God restored it. And that's where Life Restoration is all about, man, restoring life, passion, and purpose to God's people. Man, we have a lot of hurting people out here, man. We have a lot of people that got church hurt, from being offended or defamation or just being mistreated. And people have swayed away from the church, man. They have swayed away from the church. They have become comfortable sitting on the couch. And church is not like what it used to be, man, when we were growing up. Amen. Shoot, I mean, we pack out church Sunday morning, Sunday school, Sunday morning, afternoon, and night. And then go to a nightly concert
all
after
day.
that. All day.
And
It's not like
complain.
that anymore, man.
Not
And I
complain
think
one
that,
time.
yeah, exactly, man. And so the whole ideal of Life Restoration Church, man, is to bring that passion back, bring life back to people, you know, bring that purpose back. People have lost their purpose, man. And that's our design, man. That's our mission, is to bring that back to God's people, man. However we need to do it. If it's preaching, healing, teaching, you know, prophecy, you know, whatever we need to do, evangelizing, whatever we need to do, man. That's what we're doing, man. And that's how we gonna do it.
Absolutely. And that's great, man. Shout out to, first of all, Lady Carol. Beautiful lady, beautiful person, beautiful spirit, one of the most humblest, gentlest, and singingest people you ever want to encounter.
You got that right, bro. You got that right.
Yeah, man, y'all have such an amazing story, and you guys have always been just such a beacon of light, just inspiration to not just me, but I'm sure other people who have crossed your path. But I definitely think you hit the nail on the head, man. Restoration is one thing, and it's kind of funny. I remember when you first started your church, and we was comparing names because I felt led of God to start my own ministry around that same time. I think around like 2009, 2010.
Yep.
And we was kind of laughing and joking about it, but then I had to wait because I knew that at that time it was like, you know, this ain't my season, this ain't my time. I knew I needed to do some things to get my life on track and get some stuff together because I too needed to be restored. And you know,
and I remember that conversation.
Yeah, man. So now, you know, when I look back on it, it's like, you know, I'm glad that, you know, God has people like you who understand the importance of not just restoring your life, but just restoring your faith back in God. Because there was even a time, even for me, you know, you grow up in church and you play and you preach and you have all these gifts and talents, but you know, you can even lose your faith in God. You can lose your way, you lose hope. And like you said, church just isn't like how it used to be. You lose focus, man, and you just lose hope. And you just find yourself in that space where you're just like, God, like, where are you? Like, what are you saying? What are you doing? Like, what's next? Where do I go from here? What do I need to do? And, you know, sometimes you're praying and it's like you don't hear his voice. You don't recognize his voice. And, you know, that's when you really need restoration. Like, that's when you really need to be restored. And, you know, sometimes it's not always about being inside the four walls of the church. Sometimes you have to just humble yourself and just seek God. And, you know, I tell people all the time when I preach, you know, sometimes when you can't find God, you have to go back to the last place where you left him.
That's good.
You know, so it's like a lot of times, you know, it's almost with that story of the footprints. You know, it's like when you're in that lowliest parts, you know, of your life, and you see those one set of footprints in the sand. It's like, no, that's when I carried you. So it's kind of like that same thing. You know, it's like even in the physical, if you lose your keys, you'll tear your whole house up looking for them keys. But then when you ultimately recognize where they are, they're in the last place that you left them. So you didn't necessarily lose them. Where was the last place you had them? Maybe it was in your coat. Maybe it was downstairs in the kitchen, or maybe it was in the bathroom. So you always have to go back to those moments and retrace your footsteps and figure out, when is the last time I actually prayed? When is the last time I actually sought God? When is the actually time I, you know, paid my tithes? When is the last time I actually went to Bible study? When is the last time that I actually had a real encounter with God instead of just going to church and just sitting there?
Right.
So, when you say you don't know where God is, you don't know where his voice, and it's like you have to find him. No, what you need to do is just go back to that last place, that last spot where you kind of left him sitting, and pick that up. Just go back to wherever that is. And so, you know, that's when I feel that you can really have a restored relationship with God. And then he'll not only restore y'all's relationship, but he can restore your faith. He can restore your family. He can restore your marriage. He can restore your finances, and everything has a trickle down effect. So once he starts to restore you as a person, he starts to restore everything around you and everything that's connected to you.
I agree with that 100%, man. Because, you know, we think about what happened with COVID, man, and how that devastated so many families, man. I mean, when I say devastated, like, there's a coworker at our job that literally lost both of his parents. Wow. He lost one parent the 1 week, and then the following week he lost his father the first week, and then the second week he lost his mother.
Wow.
I mean, and so you think about how that impacted him as an individual. You know, and I talked to him, and he was like, man, he said, first of all, he said, I had to get my mind together. And as he said, I had to get at a point of getting back to where I was, because when I lost both my parents within 2 weeks, he said, I was at a point that I was about to take my life.
Yeah.
Because unexpectedly, who would have ever imagined, even thought that? So we have to be very conscious of where people have been, where they're going, and what they will continue to go through. But when it comes to restoration, the thing of it is that we have to recognize where we are. We got to recognize, okay, and I think that's what has helped him. He said, I recognized that I was not in a good place. I recognized that my mind wasn't right. And so he said, I knew at that moment that I had to do something. I had to do something different, even though I lost both of my parents within 2 weeks. And I told him, I said, that's the blessing, man, is that you recognize where you were. And I think that's where we're messing up in our society. Many of us and many of our young people in this X generation, our Z generation, whatever they call them, YXZ, I don't know what they call them, call themselves.
Yeah.
But they don't recognize where they are, because how can you be restored if you don't know where you are?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the key aspects in our generation. Carol and I knew where we were. We knew that we were not married. We knew that we messed up. We knew, where we were and where we needed to be. So we made moves to get where we needed to be. So I think that's where the difference comes in, is that instead of staying where you shouldn't be, start making moves where you want to be.
Yeah.
Start making moves, start making things, start changing things up, start changing your mental up, start changing your heart up, your words, your admirations, your ambitions, start changing things up. If you don't like where you are, change it up. And I think that's where restoration comes. It begins there. Let me say that it begins there. And then God would do the rest and restore you to where you need to be, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all the above.
Absolutely.
But if we never come to the identity of where we, the deformation and the depletion of where we are, we would never get to restoration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we would never get there, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen, Joe Logan is in the building. We was talking about earlier. He done made it into the line tonight.
What?
Yeah, man.
What's up, Joe?
Big shout out to Joe Logan.
Big shout out, bro.
Yeah, man. Cecil Golder, I see you on here tonight as well. So
What's going on, Doctor? What's going on, Dr. Golder?
If y'all haven't done so, please make sure y'all like and share.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Just trying to help people understand the importance of, not all hope is lost. We serve an awesome God. We serve an amazing God that can do all things but fail. And if you find yourself in that space where you feel lost and you need to be restored, just, do like you do on your TV. When you really don't want to miss your favorite show, push pause.
There it is.
Push pause and just kind of figure things out, because that's literally what we do. I do it a lot. Like sometimes when I'm watching my show, if I have something else going on in my life, or if I got other stuff going on, I get distracted. I just push pause because I don't want to miss, what's coming up next. And sometimes we have to do that in our own lives because, we get distracted. Even in life, we have so much that's going on around us. And sometimes we really have to push pause so we don't miss that next chapter that even God has for us. So, when we start really understanding and recognizing and seeing things for what they really are, I think we have to, in real time, again, change our mindset and really catch it before it's too late. And, sometimes it's a lot easier said than done. But again, we serve a God that is able to do it. Listen, awesome God, Demetrius West and Jesus from
Come on.
You see how I set it up?
You did good. You did good on that one. That was a good setup.
We'll set it up, Doc.
That's a good setup, bro.
You're awesome in this place.
See, man, D West is another one, man.
Oh yeah,
he's another one that's came up.
Awesome for your grace towards me.
Have you had him on the show yet?
No, not yet, man. I gotta get with him. I know his schedule's been crazy.
Worship and adore from the bottom of my heart.
Did you produce this?
Well, I didn't do this record.
Okay.
This is Will Amos. Will Amos produced this.
Of my soul, I wanna tell you, you're awesome, Lord, to me. You reign forever. Your matchless name. Because of your saving grace. You're always. What a friend we have in Jesus. You have never let me down. Oh Lord, you are an awesome God. Lord, you reign forever. Your matchless name. Because of your saving grace. You're always. What a friend we have in Jesus. You have never let me down. Oh, so I'll praise you. I'll praise you. You are wonderful. Lord, you are an awesome God. Oh, so I'll praise you. I'll Lord, we bless your name. Lord, we magnify your name. You're awesome. Oh, hallelujah, Jesus. Oh, Lord, for your glory, you are awesome. For your power, you are awesome. For your anointing, you are awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
For your glory,
that's awesome, bro. Well,
Yeah.
D West has always got good music, man.
Always, man.
You know, from his first project to now, man, he's like evolved, dude.
Yeah, man. It's just
And ain't nothing like that choir sound, bro.
nothing like it, man, at all.
Nothing.
I was blessed and fortunate to be able to work and travel with him for over 15 years. As his, I started off playing drums and then became his MD and arranged some stuff, man. So we definitely had a great run. So now he's in Houston doing some great
Right.
things and still got the choir. So big shout out to Demetrius West, still doing his thing.
D West.
Yeah, keeping the choir together. Got to bring that.
Yeah.
Got to bring that choir back, man. That's
Man,
what it's all about.
listen, ain't nothing wrong with a praise team, but ain't nothing like the sound of a choir, doc. And church choirs and everything else, man. You know, that's what we raised. That's what we was raised upon.
Yeah, man.
You know, we didn't know nothing about praise teams.
The praise team didn't even exist. When I was growing up, we had the deacons that did devotion, or it was just choir, or it was just like
Right.
church. We had, or even like like Hector. Hector would just get
he would bust out,
get up by himself and just go for it. And
go for it, man. We didn't have that, man, and now we got praise teams, which is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but it just. I was telling Raymond Perry, man, listen, ain't nothing like the sound of a choir, man.
Nothing,
and when I would direct that choir, man, that's how I got off the drums and started directing, man. And getting in front of that choir and having that sound, ain't nothing like it, bro. Nothing.
So speaking of choirs, man, let's talk about William Remsen and LPC, one of the greatest aggregations to ever come out of the city. You guys were literally like just that choir. We had Rodney Bryant, of course, we had Lamar, had Robert Turner and the Silverhearts. It was so many other people, Steve Coleman, but to me, LPC always held a special place in my heart, especially being a kid going to Dad's house, and they would be down there rehearsing in the basement sometimes. I got a chance to witness that. So let's talk about that. How did you first get started with William?
It was David hit me up, was like, man, I'm part of this band, I'm on part of this music ministry, man, and I want you to come and just check it out. And I was like, okay, cool. I came to a couple of rehearsals. At the time, David was not playing with William when William first started, I don't believe. Okay. But I think that he eventually started coming around because Dwayne Jarrett was his minister of music at the time when William first started.
Yeah.
And then evolved, and then things began to happen. So I came around a couple of times, couple of rehearsals, and I was like, okay, this is very interesting. This it's a different sound, it's a different feel. And for me, I've never been a part of a community choir. I was always church boy, so church choir, and back in the day, hey, church choir, home church came first, regardless of what you were doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Even if you was traveling, you better have your Sunday morning. You better be there Sunday morning. But, as I began to kind of connect with William and everything, I decided, so you know what, I'm gonna venture out. And I wasn't even directing or anything. I was just singing. I was singing with William, and William decided about a couple of years in, he was like, man, listen, I want to record. Like, okay. So check this out. And what I loved about William collectively used everybody. When I say used everybody, we had a rehearsal that it was just about 2 or 3 tenors, two sopranos, and 2 altos. And he set us down and he was like, this is the music. And we would help him with the harmony and putting things together. David was there too. And David was instrumental with that as well. And that's what I loved about William, is that he didn't take credit for everything. He didn't take credit, but he was like, he was the mastermind behind orchestrating and putting things together, but he knew who to pull and how to glean on and how to lean on certain ones to be able to put that thing together. And I remember that rehearsal, we would have 2 or 3 rehearsals just going over that one project. And he was like, okay, this is the harmony. This is what I want to do. And then we had input, like in certain aspects of the song, the melody, or different things, we would change it up. And then we would bring that to the choir. I remember that rehearsal. And And that's what I love about LPC, man. It was a big old family, man. We loved each other. There was no rifts, there was no tiffs, there was none of that, man. We hung with each other, we sang, we supported each other, prayed for each other, man. And William was a great leader. And he always liked to go to eat. I don't care where.
Church's chicken.
Come on. He would take everybody to go out and eat, man. Denny's, man. Ryan's, any place, man.
Ryan's,
come on now. Any
I've
place.
been to Ryan's with William. I don't know how many times.
Golden Corral. Come on now, you know. He was always what was that? TGI Fridays. Always going, man. He was always taking somebody else out to eat, man. Especially on some concerts we had to sing in the city. He was like, okay, y'all, I'm going to eat. And everybody knew where William was going. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what that's the beauty of it, man. It was not, okay, we sing and then we dispersed. It was like, no, we gonna sing, but we gonna eat together, we gonna fellowship together. And that was the beauty of the ministry, man. That was the beauty of William, man. He loved everybody. Yeah, you know, and he'll give everybody a chance. You know what I'm saying? And he I think a couple times you played with us.
Yeah, I did. He gave me a chance, and he used to. Hold on. Okay, bet. Yeah, man. I remember my very first LPC gig. I remember he had used me one Sunday night at Universal back in the old building, and I was like, man, you know, I finally get my shot. I get my chance. I get my break. You know, I'm doing my thing, getting a chance to play with William. And so it was just like one of those experiences. And then I remember Dave Taylor called. I got a call from Matt Wilson. And so me, Matt Wilson, Jeremy Taylor, and David Taylor, we were at John Marshall, of all places. And we got a chance to open up for the Tommies. It was crazy. Like, it was crazy. And I just remember even being backstage, it was kind of one of those things, because you know how it is, man. It's one thing when you get a chance to play a certain song. Me and George Tyler, we talk all the time. You know, it's just something about playing a song with an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can bust out more than anything anywhere and it just goes up. But it's something different when you play it with Mar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like you can do We Offer Praise, and you know, it'll take the church up anytime, but it's something about doing We Offer Praise with Rodney.
With the original artist.
You know what I'm saying? And so doing those songs with William and being on stage with him and just sharing in those moments, and then being the kids and opening up for the Tommies, and it was crazy. I think I had to be maybe 22, 23. And I was just getting started, you know, because, you know, me, I was a late bloomer on keys. Like, I didn't start playing organ and keys until like my senior year of high school. And so by the time I got in my early 20s, I really had to take time to grow and develop. And it wasn't easy. Let's just say that. It definitely wasn't easy, man. But yeah, man, William definitely gave me a shot, gave me a chance to play with him so many times. And even before he passed, man, he would always, no matter where I was at, he'd look at me, little Helena. Because I was always, is that little Helena's brother? Come over here. He would always just, I just want you to know I'm so proud of you. Watching you just grow and develop. I'm so proud of you. And yeah, man. Kiki said Perkins was
Perkins. Right there on Allisonville Road.
Yep. Before they tore it down, man.
I know, man. Ain't nothing like it, bro.
Days, man. But yeah, man, we would do that. And so yeah, man, I'm glad that I had a chance to be with him. I'm glad that I had that chance to, you know, just be in his presence, man. So what did William mean to you? Like, personally, what did he mean?
He was a friend, man. You know, he wanted me to, you know, be a director, and he wanted me to be his road manager and business manager and all that other stuff. But to me, William was a friend. He was my friend. You know, I believe to this day, if William was alive, he'd be like, okay, Keith, we're coming over to do a concert, raise some money for you, or do whatever. You know, that's the kind of bro he was. You know, and so that I miss my friend. I miss him dearly, you know, because he was cool. He was genuine. You know, he would make everybody laugh, you know what I'm saying, all the time.
He was
hilarious all the time. And he was a musical genius, believe it or not.
Absolutely.
You know, he was a musical genius. And he had those moments, though, because woo, he would let us have it in rehearsal. Oh my God. He would hit them keys. Y'all singing the wrong notes. It's like, okay, all right, we're gonna get it together.
He knew his stuff. I remember one time Pastor Bevan had called me to fill in at Citadel one Sunday, and man, William was there, and it was just one of them things. And he was like, "All right, little Humphrey, you know these songs?" I was like, "Yes, sir, I know." And just started. I don't even remember what song it was, but I was definitely struggling. I'll say that. And I think it was the key he chose to do it in, and I don't think I could play it on my keys like that. But I just remember him singing, and he just kind of looked over, and he kind of gave me this thing with his arm. And I just snapped like, oh, like it just scared me so bad. But yeah, man. But he definitely pushed you, you know.
Oh yeah, he pushed you, man.
He was gonna push you.
Listen. You just play. Look to the hills. Some of them sopranos ain't never probably hit that last note before, and he pushed us, Doc. He pushed us, and because he had a spirit of excellence, man, that he wanted to. He had a certain sound that he wanted. And he was like, this is what I'm going to do. And I want it. And he pushed us, even with the band, even with the singers, however that looked. And then I think the beauty of it was not that he just pushed us, but he understood our capability. Yeah. He understood. He was like, okay, I know what you can do. Now you're going to tell me you can't hit that note? No, you can hit that note. And he was like, come on, let's hit it. And guess what? It happened. You know, so he was a friend to me, man, and I miss him dearly, bro. I miss him dearly. Man. He was a good friend, man. Good friend.
Most definitely. Well, listen, man. It's 9:38. We're gonna be off here in about 20 minutes. Before I let you go, man, we got to do this one. You know, in honor of William. This is definitely like one of my favorites, and you know, my boy just sent this to me. What? Listen, you gotta have friends in high places. Yes, thanks, Joe. I appreciate you, Joe. Joe just sent me this. This is King Jesus. William Remsen, LPC. Yeah.
Talked about, even mistreated, scorned.
Listen, nephew, I had it. I promise you I'll play it. How could you forget, bro? You was on it.
When I need a friend, that's what I need. When I need a shoulder to cry on,
here we go.
Octavia, my girl, good to see you on the line tonight.
That groove right there, that's ridiculous.
That's timeless, man.
That's ridiculous. That groove right there, bro.
Listen, I have searched Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube. I have searched high and low, and I could not find that song. So thank you so much, Joe.
Listen, you got to hit up David, Joe. If you hit them up, I know they got probably pretty much everything.
Joe said he probably got most of the stuff on his hard drive. He just gotta, go through it. But yeah, man. William Remsen and LPC, y'all were literally like, I'm telling y'all, like,
right there.
Tugging. So listen, man, it's almost time to go. It's 9:40.
Yeah, man. I gotta roll. I gotta get going, man. But
it's
listen,
all good, man. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. I gotta do this real quick, man.
Do it.
First of all, two things. One, proud of you, bro. Proud of you, man. You have become an awesome musician, producer. You're doing it, man, and you're doing We Praise Radio, man. You're doing it, man. So I'm proud of you, bro. Keep it going, man. This could blow up, man, and really be something phenomenal as you're getting guests on. People want to talk about ministry, music, everything, man. So I'm proud of you, number one. Number two, I want to involve you with this, and we'll do a sidebar conversation, but I want to put this in the atmosphere. I'm planning in the weekend of Labor Day weekend. I'm planning something to do a citywide tribute musical for Robert Turner. Okay, so citywide musical. Remember how we used to do a Christ Missionary guests? I mean, everybody. So
man,
planning to do something. I'm in the works with it. I got a couple of pastors that want to help, and then the admission is going to be canned goods. So we want to be able to bring that aspect to the ministry, to the city. So people can come, they bring canned goods, and we're going to provide those canned goods to our pantry as well as local missions to get them ready for the winter. So just keep that, and I'll give you more information about that. And we're going to announce that, man, because I think we haven't had a citywide musical like that in like a long time.
Long time, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We need it, man. Our city definitely needs that refresher, man.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Well, I love you, big bro. I know you got to go. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, man. We'll talk soon.
Peace. Love you, man.
Sir, love you. All right, y'all. That was Elder Keith Jones, Senior Pastor of the Life Restoration Church here in the great city of Indianapolis, Indiana. Listen, we got about 15 minutes left. We just gonna keep on having some more good church. I hope you ain't tired yet. We just gonna end the show right. And if you haven't done so, you just now coming on, please holler at me. Like and share. Let me know you on the line. So good to see all of you on here. Thank y'all for hanging with me. Again, it's May 1st. It's a whole new month. So we've got a lot of great shows that's going to be coming up. Got a lot of great things that we're going to be doing and discussing and talking about. Got some more great guests. It's just going to be great, man. I like I always say, I definitely appreciate y'all so much for being here and hanging out with me. Listen, let's go 65 North tonight. A little more good church for you. Mighty Good Guys, Chicago Mass Choir, right here on Breaking Bread with the Bishop on We Praise Radio. This seems really low. Can y'all hear it? Now let me know if y'all can hear the music. Poindexter, you already know, girl. Good to see you on here. Stephanie Fitzpatrick, good to see you on here tonight. Yeah, I don't know if it's the audio. It's pretty low. I got it turned all the way up too. Hold on, let me try something here. Thank you, Kiki. Love you so much. Go get your 5-string, Chrissy. You need the 6-string for this one? Okay. That was Chicago Mass Choir with Mighty Good God right here on Breaking Bread with the Bishop on We Praise Radio. I so apologize that the volume is a little lower than it normally is, but that's all right. We're going to turn it up real loud and good on this one. Listen, we got about 10 minutes left tonight. We got about 10 minutes tonight. And listen, this is what we're going to do. We are going to proclaim the great name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. This is Kevin Lemons, higher calling. It's my one.
Put your hands together. Giving honor to my Savior, who's the head of my life.
Who's the head of my life?
I thank God from the preacher for his children and his wife.
Oh.
say something to the goodness of the Lord. Never ever found in me when the day I've been restored. Tell Lord, sing for joy. It's a wonder how he blessed me, how he washed my garments light, and how he brought me out of darkness into his marvelous light. My soul looked back in wonder, and the Lord has brought me through. Hey, if I had more time, I would tell you all what God can do. Tell all the gospel. His name is wonderful. He's been so good to me. All the God's people shout. His glorious name. At the name of Jesus. Protector. When I call him Jesus. I call him Jesus. He is God of creation, the Son of redemption. He is the Holy Ghost in the Lord's church. I call him Savior. I call him Keeper. Yes, sir. I call him Jireh. But when I get out of class, I can call Jesus. I can call Jesus. I can call Jesus. I call him. I call him. I call him. Call his name. Tell him. Anybody look at name? Anybody look at name? Hey,
Listen, you ought to proclaim his name. We on the way out of here tonight. But just proclaim him.
Anybody love to call it?
Anybody love to call him? Proclaim. That is the one and only Kevin Shine Lemons. Rest in peace, big bro. We still love you and miss you. Think about you almost every day, man. Such a great loss in the gospel community. Let's continue to keep his legacy alive. Can we do that, please? Can we do that, please? Kevin Lemons, one of the musical geniuses and one of the greatest choirs in our country and in our time right now in gospel music. And so we definitely want to continue to keep his wife lifted, keep his choir and his ministry lifted. And we love you, bro. Absolutely. We're going to definitely keep on playing your music and keeping your legacy alive and well right here on We Praise Radio. Listen, that's our show for tonight. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you again to my guest, Elder Keith Jones Sr., the senior pastor and founder of the Life Restoration Church right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know how we do every single night when we end the show. For the most part, we only end it one way, and that is with my friend and my brother all the way down in Houston, Texas. His name is Zacardi Cortez. 2023 is the year that we are trusting and believing that God will do everything he said that he would do. And so this song, our theme song right here, I Know He Will, right here on Breaking Bread with Bishop on We Praise Radio.
Can you just tell somebody, I know he will? Little song says, he won't leave, he will never forsake you. He will always be right there till the end, a real friend. You can trust his every word. Everything he said is true. I can always count on you. I know you will. Oh. He won't leave. He will never forsake you. He will always be right there till the end, a real friend. You can trust his every word. Everything he said is true. I can always count on you. I know you will. One more time, I'm trying to stop crying, y'all, because
Thank you so much, Mama.
anybody
I love
know
you
he
so
will?
much. Y'all, shout out my mama, Mary Harden. She has been holding me down literally the last 5 months. I forgot to mention that earlier, y'all. It's May 1st. This is
He will
the
never
5th month.
forsake you.
Exactly 5 months today
He
we
will
started.
always be right there.
Most of y'all been with me all 5 months. So Mama, I don't think Mama's missed
You can
one
trust
show.
his
So
every
thank you,
word.
Mama, so much for your love and
Everything
continued
he
support.
said is
You are
true.
the GOAT. I love you
I
so
can
much.
always count on you. I know you will. Can y'all help me sing? I know you will. I know you will. I know he will. Yeah, I know he will. You can trust in every word. Everything he said is true. I can always count on you. I know you will. That's the whole song. I know you will. I know you will. Said I know. You can trust in every word.
Thank you, best friend.
Everything he
Mamas are the
said
best.
is true.
Absolutely.
I can always
I definitely got
count
one of the
on
best
you.
areas.
I know you will. I know you will. Lord, I know you will. Lord, I know you will. Oh, I know you will. You can trust in every word. Everything he said is true. I can always count on you. I will put my trust in you. I can always count on you. I know you well. Lord, I can always trust in you. Every word you say is true. Lord, I can always count on you. I know you well. I can always trust in you. I know you well. Lord, I can always trust in you. 'Cause every word you say is true. Lord, I can always count on you. I know you well. Oh, Lord. Lord, I will always count on you. I know you will. Lord, I will always trust in you, Jesus. Lord, I will always count on you. Because I know you will. I can't depend on everybody, but I will. Trust in you. Lord, I can always. 'Cause I know you will. I can always trust you. I know you will. I will put my trust in you. Every word you say is true. But I can always count on you. I can always count on you. I can always count on you. I know
Thank you, sis. Love you so much.
Lord, I can always count on you. Because every word you say is true. I can always count on you. I know you will.
Listen, thank you all so much. Y'all know I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for always supporting me, holding me down, and supporting the show. This Wednesday, we are back, 8 to 10. We'll catch y'all on Wednesday. Everybody have an amazing night.
I will always trust in you. I can always count on you. I know you will. I'm trying to leave it alone, but can you just tell somebody, I know he will. See, when you really know that he will, when he really came through for you, you can say it like this, I know he will. I know he will. Because he did it for me. I know he will. Find somebody that, can you just find somebody just tell them, say, I know he will. Y'all sit on down. I know he will. I'm trying to leave it alone, but it looked like he came through for some people in here. I will always count on you. I know you will. I gotta get off of it. I ain't gonna stop.